I'm Logan Crawford, and right now on Spotlight, we delve into the transformative ideas of Régent Jean Cabana in his wonderful book. It is called The Perfect Life is Your Life: How We Create, in the Moment, Thought by Thought, the Conditions and Events that Manifest in Our Lives. This enlightening book explores how our thoughts shape our reality and offers practical wisdom on creating the life you desire. We're delighted to have this very talented author join us here today on Spotlight. We thank the team for helping us put him in the spotlight today. And we ask viewers like you to support authors like him by subscribing to our channel and by purchasing his amazing book. The links are below this interview. Régent, great to see you here today on Spotlight.
Very happy to be here.
First of all, let's start out by what is the perfect life? I guess it's different for every individual, and that's part of the process and part of the plan, right?
Yes, that's exactly, you got it absolutely right. The perfect life cannot be anything else or nobody else but your life. Your life is unique. Each of us, we have a unique life. This is our contribution to the world, to the universe, and we are here to make this life the best we can make it. But each life is absolutely precious and unique, and it's no other life like it. So the perfect life is you to implement what you want in your life and live it to the fullest.
I think that you emphasize thoughts is very, very important, because what we think is our reality, is our life. So
Yes,
what we put up here and our attitudes and dispositions, and whether we're positive or negative, influences so much, don't you think?
absolutely. Everything starts with a thought. There's a thought, we have energy. We all are energy beings. We live in a world of energy. Each of us, again, has a unique energy, and the thought is what shapes our being, our energy. The thought comes first, then there's an emotion related to this thought. If the emotion feels good, we're on the right track. If it doesn't feel good, we're not on the right track, and it's up to us to change our thought. Slowly, we cannot change too fast sometimes. It's a slow process sometimes, but it starts with a thought, then it becomes active in our life, and then we can experience what was in our mind first, and it becomes our objective world, our reality day to day. And we are like a sculpture. We can fashion it the way we want.
Exactly. I think pushing out the negative thoughts and the doubts are very, very important if you're going to live your best life. I mean, there's a downside to everything. And
Yeah.
I say a lot of people have a problem for every solution, which really keeps them stuck. You
Yes,
know, get a new job. Well, what if I don't like it?
exactly.
Well, what if you love it? What if it changes your life? What if you get a beautiful new house and the girl of your dreams comes into your life
Absolutely.
because of it? I mean, you've got to think of what good can happen if
Yes.
you have those positive thoughts, if you make changes, if you're out there in the marketplace, right?
Cannot agree more with what you're saying.
Mhm.
It's a thought, again, is energy in action.
Mhm.
So when you have a thought that you see that will create a reality that will be better than what you have, this is the thought you want to embrace. When you have a negative thought, what you call a negative thought, it's fine too. The ingredient is there, the energy is there, but the tenor of the energy is not what you want in your life. So then it's up to you to slowly fashion it to something a little bit better, but it starts with the thinking process, not with what is happening in your life. What is happening in your life is the outcome of your thinking process.
Absolutely. Can you share an example from your own life or your travels where these
Yeah.
principles have made a significant impact?
Yeah, yes, gladly. I traveled around the world by myself in 1993, 94, and I wrote a book about this too. And during my travel, I realized, and I've always been fascinated by different cultures. It's also my academic background too.
Mm.
And I realized that people have the same needs, but they go with different ways to satisfy those needs. And this is what we call different societies, different cultures. And for me, traveling, it was obvious to see how people get around creating the reality that they want for themselves and for the society from a different perspective, but with the same goal in life. We all want to be happy. We all want to contribute to the happiness of others too. We all want to create a world that we will like, and we hope other people will like. And I've seen this all around the world, and I understood that it starts right here with a thought. The thoughts are the building blocks of reality creation. And different cultures will go around this in different ways, but we all want the same thing. We want happiness, we want to contribute to society, and we want fulfillment. Everybody wants that.
I think once we realize that people of every culture, of every country, of every ethnicity, of every religion want the same things, I think it makes the world a much more harmonious place.
Yes,
You realize that the
yes,
person living in Pakistan wants the same thing that you want, that they want
yes,
happiness, they want enough to feed their family, a roof over their
absolutely.
head, and then perhaps something more than that, right?
Yes, yes.
You take care
After
of the
that,
basics first and then you build.
yes, well, we all want, of course, to live a comfortable physical life. And this is when, we want to be fed, we want the roof under our head, over our head. But there's also the extra. And the extra is what makes life really, really valuable, really precious. And the extra is the energy of your being and what you want to create for yourself and those around you, close to you. You may not have an influence about what happened in Pakistan, what happened in Jerusalem, Israel, but you do have a great influence of what happened in your household, what happened with your close one, the people you work with, you live with, you play with. And this is where the real change starts. It starts with you, and it radiates around to the people close to you. And you have to understand, everybody has to understand that they do have an impact. And sometimes I see young people who feel that they don't have the impact in their life that they want to have. And I remind them that you do. Look at the people close to you. They are impacted by what you do, and they will benefit from you living a happy life.
Person who does feel a little lost right now, they feel like they're not living their best life, they're far from a perfect life, they don't like their job or
Yeah.
their career, they're not happy in their relationship, perhaps they don't like where they live. What are some of the good first steps that people can take to turning
Yeah.
things around?
Well, first of all, I will say congratulations. You created a life that you don't want. Just know it, you did create it. That's the first thing that will empower you. Since you created it, you can change it. And then I will say, start with little things. Don't try to change everything at the same time. Change a little emotion that you have, a little thought that you have, and again, always make it a little bit better. Do the small things first, and the accumulation of the small things will create big things in your life. But don't try to tackle, oh, I don't want to feel depressed anymore. It's just find a moment during the day, 1 minute, 2 minutes where you feel good, very good, and milk it a little bit, and then try to spread this to another aspect of your life, maybe that you challenge with relationship, and back off if it feels like you're not changing the way you want. Give yourself some credit that you can create your life, but also be kind to yourself, that you don't have to do it all at the same time, but you do have this power, and this power is within you every moment of your life.
Now, there's a poem called the Desiderata, and one part of it says, "Beyond a gentle discipline,
Yeah,
be a wholesome discipline, be gentle with yourself." And
I
that's
love that.
very, very true.
Yeah,
And I like your concept of basically beginning with baby steps. Make the
yeah.
small changes in your life, and then the larger changes will come
And
eventually.
acknowledge it when you make that small change, and congratulate yourself and see
Exactly.
that you've done better.
I always celebrate.
Yeah,
That's what I do. If I have an accomplishment in my life, something, a goal I've been working towards and I achieve it, I either go out to a dinner with my wife or I'll buy
yeah,
something.
yeah.
I like to make note of I've reached that stage that I was trying to get to. And I think it's very, very helpful in reinforcing that, you had a plan and you stuck to it. Let's give the folks at home an overview of your book. What will they find between the covers?
Well, the book is, I like to say that there's been a lot of research in this book, but this research is my life. That's all. And everybody has the ability, the capacity to research their life, to understand why they are where they are right now. And always keep in mind that what they like, they can amplify, and what they don't like, they can make it better. So I like to say that the research has been 65 years in the making. This is my life. And my life is authentic because it's mine. And everything I say in this book is true from my perspective. Now, what about your perspective? The reader, and this is what I do in the book, I encourage the reader to acknowledge that their perspective is unique and important. And I hope that what I say in the book will resonate with them and start them on this journey too of understanding that every moment of their life, they have the power to make it better, every moment. So basically, the book talks about a lot of things. It talks about also multiple lives that we live. It talks about the fact that we live a physical life, but we are eternal being too, that we may physically die, but we don't die as a being. It talks about all those spiritual truth too. But basically, it recognizes the fact that everybody has the power, is the authority of their own life, and everything they want to know in life is present within them and in their everyday life.
Wonderful. Great advice, great philosophy. Every tool you need to make a change, you have with you now. And every passing moment is another opportunity to turn it all around.
Completely.
We're absolutely on the same page when it comes to philosophy and the advice you give in this book and in our conversation as well today. The name of the book is The Perfect Life is Your Life. How we create in the moment, thought by thought, the conditions and events that manifest our lives. It is an enlightening book that explores how thoughts shape our reality and offers practical wisdom on creating the life you've always dreamed of having. Wonderful book. Whether you're happy or not right now in your situation, I think it'll help you reflect upon your life and enjoy accomplishments you've made and reach out and make new ones as well.
Yeah.
Régent, thank you so much for joining us here today on Spotlight.
Thank you, Logan. It was a pleasure. I've been looking forward to this interview, and it was very nice to meet you.
Well, it was very nice meeting you as well. I was looking forward to our talk as well. Loved your book. To the folks at home, I'm Logan Crawford, thanking you for your time. This time until next time on Spotlight.